everyone, welcome back to my channel. So this is my doll Sari from the family, and if you haven't noticed, she's in pretty rough shape. Her hair has been damaged by a boil wash, so it looks pretty bad and it's getting really hard to style and still look good. She also has really limited articulation, her hands are constantly falling down and they don't really stay up well. Her top is also a big problem because I have such a hard time finding some clothes that I can fit over this. Overall, she's in major need of a makeover. Now, my first idea was to just buy another one of this doll, but she's not really available anywhere, so that meant that I had to find a different doll that resembled her. The best match I could find was this Barbie Fashionista 66 Beautiful Butterflies. You can definitely see a resemblance between these two dolls because they actually have the same face mold. Their hair colors are also extremely similar, so that is really good. This doll does have blue eyes and Sari's are green, so we're probably gonna have to change that, but other than that, she's a really good match. I found this doll on eBay for about $20 because this line of Barbie Fashionistas isn't really available anymore. $20 was a little high, but it wasn't bad, especially since she's still new in the box. I was a little worried that her face mold might be kind of messed up, but she actually looks perfect and she has no disformations. So I'm actually really lucky to have gotten my hands on this beautiful doll. I'm just gonna go ahead and open her up, and I do have to admit that I miss this old Barbie Fashionistas packaging so much. The doll looks even more beautiful outside of the packaging. I am so in love with her. Now we just have to cut in a few more places. And here is the doll outside of the packaging. She really is stunning, and I'm a little disappointed that I didn't get her sooner. This is honestly one of my favorite lines of Barbie Fashionistas, and I really wish that they would continue to make them like this. I can definitely see a resemblance between the two dolls, so that's good. They are a little bit different, but not too much. The biggest difference is in their hair color, I think. My new doll's is quite a bit darker than Sari's, but that's okay. She always could have dyed her hair to be this color. I'm gonna keep her hair in pigtails for now just because she looks so cute with it this way, but I might take her hair down later just to see how she looks. Of course, I want my new Sari to be articulated and have an original body type, so I got this made to move match for her. I wasn't actually sure what her skin tone was gonna be like until she came, but it is really close to the original Sari's. It is a little bit lighter, and it does match this made to move doll almost perfectly, so that's good. Her skin tone is also a tad bit lighter than Sammy's. The made to moves really just have to be my all-time favorite doll line because they're so amazing and super articulated.
That was totally the right way to open a Barbie box.
I actually really like this doll. I think she's really pretty. It's a shame I'm gonna have to rip off her head though. I really do like the color of her hair though. I think it's very original, and you actually don't see that many Barbie dolls with this particular shade. Again, I wasn't sure how close of a match this was. Our made to move is slightly darker complected, but you won't really be able to tell, especially after we've swapped their bodies. My method for doll head swaps is relatively simple. First, you're gonna want to heat up some water. I like to get mine not quite boiling just so no damage happens, but make sure that it is really hot. Then I'm gonna get a plastic bag and I'm gonna place both dolls inside of this. Then I'm gonna place them inside of the hot, almost boiling water to soften up their heads so it will be a lot easier to remove them. You can let yours soak anywhere from 5 to 20 minutes. I usually like to keep mine in about 15 minutes just to be on the safe side. Now that I've allowed them to soak for a while, it's time to see if they're ready for the head swap. First, I'm gonna start with my made to move and I'm gonna attempt to remove her head. I wanna be very firm but also careful when I do this step. It is a little challenging at first, but once you get the hang of it, it's pretty easy. You're just gonna pull it right off of the peg piece, just like this. And there we go. Now that we have our body, it's time to remove our head. I'll be doing the same thing as before and just very carefully removing her head from the peg inside. Make sure you're pretty firm on this step or you might actually break something. And there we go. Now I'll be taking my Sari head and placing it on the made to move body, just like that. And I guess my other girl can have this body here, but I might try to find her another bendable one. I'm not really sure, because I think that she is a very pretty doll. And that is how you do a body swap on your dolls. That actually turned out really well, a lot better than I was expecting. And I was a little worried at first because I've never done a curvy Barbie and I've never moved her to an original body, so I was worried it might look a little weird, but it actually turned out really good and she looks great. Side by side, our two Sari dolls do look very similar, but there are a few differences I want to fix. First off is the eye color. Our original Sari has green eyes and our new one has blue eyes, so I am going to try to be fixing this. Their lipstick shades are also a little bit different, so I might try repainting my new Saris too. So here I have several different shades of green acrylic paint, and I'm going to start out with this medium shade and see how well it matches. Depending on that, I might have to mix some of the colors together. Using a very fine-tipped brush, I'm going to carefully paint her eyes green. And if you can't already tell, that looks really disturbing. This time, I'll be mixing several greens together to get a little bit better of a color that doesn't make her look possessed. Again, I'll carefully be painting her eyes with a very fine-tipped brush, and this is a very delicate process. Here are her very beautiful green eyes. I think they look really good, and they're very similar in color to my original Saris. I'll be using some pink acrylic paint to redo her lips with. I'm going to start with this darker shade first. To me, painting doll lips is more challenging than the eyes, so I unfortunately didn't get much of this on film. But here is what our doll looks like after we've done her lips. I honestly think that they look really good and a lot better than her original nude color. And here we are with our Sari before and our Sari after. All things considered, I'm really happy with the results of my Sari's makeover. She was definitely in desperate need of one, and I really like her new updated look. I'm also super lucky to have found a doll that looks almost exactly like her with the right color of hair. Do you think Sari's makeover went well? I'd love to hear what you think in the comments down below. Feel free to also let me know which character from the family should get a makeover next. Thank you all so much for watching me today as I remade my doll Sari from the family. If you enjoyed, please make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Thanks for all your love and support, guys. I hope to see you in my next video. Bye!